Melissa, and today's video is called Love Your Hair. As you know, the entire month of February has been dedicated to love. I hope you guys have enjoyed the post here on FreedomOfRanches.com. Hope you learned something, and I hope you've developed a new way of thinking towards love. Okay, so let's get to the topic for today. Being that, you know, I have natural hair and I've been on a natural hair journey for about a little over a year. I've been natural for over a year, but I've transitioned. Next month will be 2 years since my last relaxer. So I thought it was important for me to do a video on actually embracing your hair, because a lot of people go natural, but just because you go natural doesn't mean you automatically love your hair. And even if you are relaxed, or you know, you chemically alter your hair, or whatever you do to your hair, it doesn't mean you love your hair. So why is loving your hair important? Hair is very important to women. It may sound vain, but that's far from the truth. Some of the most deep and spiritual women still care how their hair looks. A woman, if she's not having a good hair day, it could affect her whole entire mood. It could affect her day. So how your hair looks and how you feel about your hair affects how you feel about yourself. And as I discussed in my last video, if you don't love yourself, it affects how you treat others. So this whole hair business is important. So I want to share some stuff with you that's helping me to grow to love my hair, and hopefully it'll help to encourage you as well. So let's get started. First, I'm sure you guys are familiar with the scripture. I believe it's in Psalms 139, where a lot of people quoted and said that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. But let me give you some insight on what those words mean. I'm going to pull up something on my phone. Okay. In the original Hebrew text, the word fearfully means with great reverence and heartfelt interest and respect. The word wonderfully means unique, set apart, uniquely marvelous. So if you think about that, you know, we were made with great reverence. We were made to be unique and set apart, just marvelous. So every aspect of our being, if you take that into consideration, even your hair is supposed to be unique and different. And society a lot of times embraces one type of hair over another, and everybody's trying to look like everybody else, or you know, everybody wants to have more of a sleek look, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just when it starts to consume everything about you. I can speak from my personal experience when I was relaxed. If my hair was not bone straight, if it was not just, you know, laid, whipped, you know, just, you know, slick, and you know, no frizz whatsoever, I did not feel beautiful. I did not feel like I looked great. It just affected my mood. But when my hair was whipped and it was laid and slick, oh, I was having a great day. Everything was going well in life. And we should not give our hair that much power to determine our mood, whether or not, you know, you're having a frizzy day or a sleek day, or your curls are popping or whatnot. We should not give our hair that much power. But unfortunately, it does affect our mood. But me personally, it affected more than just mood. It affected how I felt about myself, and I know there's other women that feel that way. So I want to encourage you to begin to love your hair. One thing I also want to stress is that you are beautiful. You and your hair are beautiful. And how can I say that? I've not seen everyone's hair, I've not met everyone, and I'm pretty sure you're thinking like everybody's not beautiful. But in God's eyes, everybody is beautiful, and the work that He created when He created you is beautiful. You're fearfully and wonderfully, uniquely, marvelously made. So the thing about it is, a lot of times we need to be set free from what other people think and the thoughts of others. Because I remember it was one time where, you know, I looked at somebody and within myself I was like, oh, you know, they're unattractive, they're ugly. And the Holy Spirit convicted me right then, that moment. And then He's like, says who? Right when He said that, I just felt this immediate feeling of love. And it's just like, a lot of times, you know, you look at the exterior of people, but until you look at people through God's eyes, you can't really see the beauty. So one thing I'm learning to do is to look at myself through God's eyes, because then I'm able to see more of the beauty within myself. And when you look at every aspect of yourself through God's eyes, even your hair, you'll find traits and qualities about your hair that is beautiful. When it comes to people, like when I first was trying to go natural, when I first went natural, I didn't know how to take care of my hair. I really didn't. It was a lot of trial and error. There was a lot of things that I did that didn't work out. My hair didn't look as nice. And I remember my grandmother, I love her to pieces. She's been known to speak her mind ever since I was a little girl, so I should have thick skin around her, which I do. But I remember one day she looked at my head. I was like bending over to pick up something, and she's like, why does it look so dead and dry? And I was like, ugh, you know. And so immediately, you know, when somebody insults you, you want to come back at them. But you know, I had to remind myself that was my grandma. So I had that happen one time, and then another time my cousin's natural too, and so her curl pattern is looser, so her hair hangs more than mine. And so my grandmother was just saying, oh, hers is so full and so pretty and this and that. And so the whole time I was like, you know, pulling at my hair, trying to make it look like it was longer and stuff. And I just had to realize to stop comparing myself to other people just because somebody might view somebody else's hair as more attractive than mine, or you know, I'm not to the point where I understand my hair yet. I should not take that personal. I should build myself up, have my own feelings about my hair, and love my hair personally. And when you actually have a love on the inside within yourself, with yourself, when other people attack what you take pride in and what you love, it won't penetrate, if that makes sense. So another thing that happened when I was just trying to, I guess, get the hang of my hair, and so my curls curl really tight, especially in the back. And I remember I was in line somewhere, and you know, somebody you know, and they were standing behind me, and they pulled one of my curls, you know, and they retract real tight, so it like yanked back after she pulled it. And she was like, no wonder you needed a perm. And I was like, I knew what she meant, but at the same token, it's just like, I took it as like, what you trying to say? Because she was basically saying my hair is curled so tight that no wonder I needed a perm. But I didn't let it get to me, because I knew if I ever wanted to straighten my hair, I don't need a perm. I can use a flat iron and get it just as straight. So what I'm trying to tell you is people are going to say things to you that you might not like to hear, but you need to develop a personal love for yourself and your hair, and find out things about your hair and just love it within yourself. Because if you do that, then when other people say things that are attacking you and how you feel about yourself and your hair, it'll roll off your back. It won't actually penetrate your heart. Okay, another thing I want to encourage you to do when going natural, you got to be patient with yourself and with your hair, because a lot of Black women, or women of color, or women with curly hair, if you've been chemically processing your hair ever since you were a child, a lot of times when all these years of straightening your hair and chemically relaxing your hair, when you finally have, you know, your natural hair, you don't know how to take care of it. So you got to be patient, because for one, this is something completely new. Even though it's your own hair and you know, it grows out of your scalp, you've got to learn how to take care of it, and it's going to take time. And what helped me was every day I worked with my hair. I didn't although extensions and weave are great for protective styling and to protect your ends, I would just suggest, if you're just trying to learn your hair, not to always like bind it up and weave to where you're not getting to know your hair and you're just locking it up. I actually took the time to get to know my hair, get to know what it liked, what it didn't like, you know, and your hair will tell you what it likes by the way it responds. So definitely take the time to be patient with your hair. But today's video is a little different. I usually don't do hair videos on Monday because Monday is Motivation Monday. But I want to encourage you to motivate you to love your hair. Find something unique about your hair, and like I said in my last video, celebrate uniqueness, because you know that's how God described us in Psalms 139, that we're fearfully and wonderfully made. And when he said wonderfully, he meant that we're marvelously unique. And that's something to shout about. That's something to celebrate. That's something to take pride in. That's something to embellish. So there's certain things about your hair that your hair can do that other women would desire their hair to do, and theirs can't do that naturally, but yours does. So celebrate the things about your hair that is unique, and then take advantage of the versatility. Just because your hair might not curl a certain way naturally with just putting water on it, you have access to do 2-strand twists, you have access to flexi rods, you have access to all these different things to get what you want. So I would just tell you to just take pride in it. There is a special kind of confidence that exudes from a woman that takes pride in her appearance and does not I don't know how to say it, but does not try to tear herself down. It's amazing how people are drawn to someone that has confidence. It makes you look different. So I just want to encourage you to love your hair. It is beautiful. Just because, you know, you don't understand it quite yet doesn't change the fact that it's beautiful. You know, just pray that God gives you wisdom. That a lot of times when I pray for things, you know, it's not like God's going to drop down, like, you know, let's say I pray for a car. God's not going to drop down a car from heaven. You know, he's going to provide avenues for me to get what I'm praying for. Like, for instance, this is random, but I told God that I wanted to start saving more money and, you know, start couponing. And, you know, I hadn't ordered any newspapers to get coupons, but my neighbor actually across the way came up to me one day. It was like, you know, I get the newspaper every day. I only read it once, and, you know, I feel like it's a waste. Would you like to have it after I'm done? And I was like, you don't want the coupons? She's like, no. So it's just like when you pray to God, he's gonna provide, he's gonna put people in your path. He's gonna do all these different things to help you get what you pray for. So if you pray for God to help give you insight about your hair and learning your hair, God will put people in your path. You'll run into somebody that'll have, you know, some great tips that help you, you know, achieve more moisture or whatever you want. There's nothing in your life that's too vain, that's too small to not to pray about. God cares about every area of your life. He wants you to be happy, and when you love yourself, it affects how you treat other people. So this is important. God, he wants you to be happy. He wants you to like how you look. So take it to God in prayer. So I think I'm gonna wrap up now. I did a lot of talking. I hope you guys learned something. I hope after this video you're more patient with your hair. You take the time to learn it, spend time with it, you do some research. And, you know, if there's anything I can do, if you have any questions for me to where I can help you out, I want to help you out, because I'm the kind of person that if I ever learn something, I always like to share it with other people, because I know how it is to struggle when you don't know something, and then when you finally figure it out. I'm not the kind of person to keep it to myself. I like to share with people. So if there's anything I can do, any questions I can answer, please let me know. I'm happy to help you guys out. Anything I can help to lift somebody's confidence, self-esteem, I'm all on board. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you got some motivation, learn something, all that good stuff. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day, and bye. One thing that tripped me out was when I was relaxed, I was trying to get my hair to be so straight, and my hair would kept reneging. I don't care how much chemicals I put in, how much heat, it would just revert back. It wouldn't look like this, but it would try to revert back to its natural texture, you know, anytime it got in humidity or a mist or whatever. But the thing about it that's so funny was, like, I was trying so hard for my hair to be straight, and now that I'm curly, people with naturally straight hair, people of different, you know, cultures, different races, you know, one time this lady came up to me and she was Russian, and she was like, I love your hair. And I was like, are you serious? Because it's like, you try so hard to make your hair look a certain way, and then the people who have the particular texture naturally that you want are in awe of what you have. So I'm telling you that because so many times you don't appreciate what you have until somebody that has what you want actually desires what you have, if that makes sense.